Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm Ellen Lewis from Crazy for You, and tonight I am so happy to bring you Rowan. Rowan has, for their season, for the autumn-winter 21-22 season, the most spectacular collection I think I've ever seen. This is their Platinum magazine, which is 70 years. So I did the math, 70 years at 2 magazines a year means they started in 1984. How many of you were knitting in 1984? I think I had just started knitting. I learned in college, so I think it was like 1982. So anyway, it was not long after I started knitting that they started doing their magazine. And I do remember seeing it and being so impressed and hoping that one day I would be able to knit like that too. Hi, Valerie. It's nice to see you. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. So, hey, Meredith, nice to see you. So as you know, the Rowan Magazine, this is the 70th issue. And on the front is this beautiful cowl in felted tweed. All of their magazines look more like fashion magazines. You know, they do pattern collections. They're just beautiful. And the photography is so wonderful and everything about it is just so beautiful and elegant. So I'm looking forward to sharing the lookbook with you and all of the designs from this particular issue. Now, it is a huge issue, and there's no way I can share every single thing and keep track of every single yarn. But if there is something in particular that you see as I'm going through, go ahead and put it in the chat, and I will go back and we will look at it together in detail. I have pulled some of my favorite garments that I want to share with you. And if you have any questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat. Oh my goodness. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Evelyn, Gwen, Norma. Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. So kind of the big news for Rowan, if you have not already heard, is that Rowan's campaign is We Wear Rowan. So they have now an extended size range, which is something that I think has been needed for a really long time. And I'm so, so glad to see. So they have sizes that begin at 28 to 30 inch bust and that go up to 60, 62 inch bust. So it is likely that you can find a size within that range that would fit you. And I think that's beautiful. And for their layouts, they've done a really, really nice job of showcasing a variety of models in their garments, models of different sizes. So I think that's really helpful to show how beautiful the garments look on models of all sizes. So I can't wait. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Meredith saw the tungsten kit. Yeah, so I've been busy trying to get the, so a lot of the garments from this magazine contain multiple yarns. So it makes it challenging to sort of order that or to get that. So what I've done is I've actually kitted them up into yarn packs for you. So I'm working hard to get all of those on the website. But definitely so, so pretty. Hey, Carlita. Yeah, very, very pretty. Okay, so let's jump in and take a look. I'm going to share my screen with you and we will chat about it. Okay. So, before we do this, the first thing I wanted to say is that there are 3 sections or 3 stories in the magazine, as there typically are at least 2 and often 3 or more. But in this magazine, they're organized into Platinum, which is a gorgeous collection that uses felted tweed primarily, as well as Kid Silk Haze and some Alpaca Soft DK and some Kid Classic. But what the special aspect is that there's a tiny metallic filament that they're carrying with some of the yarns to give it just a really subtle and beautiful sparkle, which I think is so fresh and elegant and something that we've needed, I think, for a long time as well. The second collection is Vivid, which is bright colors, bright, happy, lots of kid silkes, a little bit of neon, which speaks to the trend that Trisha Malcolm had talked about when she was on the podcast. And the last one is called Maison. Maison, of course, is French for home. And it's a collection of beautiful and cozy homewares, including some really fun and fanciful pillows. So I'm excited. All right, let me show you now. I'll shut up. Okay, so starting with the Platinum collection, we have these two beautiful. This is quartz, and this is by Lisa Richardson. And you see how they've used to have that pretty little filament up here. It's not worked color work, but it's rather embroidered on there, which I think is really pretty. And this is Alpaca Classic. Again, you have that little bit of a soft sleeve to it, which is still a look, and I think very pretty. This is tungsten, which is spectacular. Very modern. The pattern that they've used here, as you know, is called Argyle, but they've updated it from the classic Argyle with the all over pattern to kind of a modern asymmetrical motif, and they've used that metallic thread in there to give it a little bit of a sparkle. All right, let's see what Jill has to say. Oh, poor Jill. All right. So isn't that pretty? I think that's just so fresh looking. And we do have that as a kit. And this is Emerald, and this is one of our more diverse models. Isn't she beautiful? She looks just so pretty in this simple garment with cable knee. Hang on a second. What's going on?
Timer.
Okay, turn it off. Thanks.
Turn off oven.
Yep. So my husband just came in to tell me that dinner is going. The timer's off. Okay, sorry for that interruption. Anyway, very pretty, very, very basic. This is such a beautiful wardrobe basic with a little cable trim. I think that's just lovely. This is worked in Kid Classic, so you know it knits up really fast. And they've just used that little bit of a filament just in those cables there to give it a little bit of a pop. There's also a matching scarf that goes with that, gives that a really nice look. This is cute. This is called Platinum, and this is in felted tweed with, again, just a tiny bit of the metallic in there to give it a little sparkle. Tell me if you like any of these in particular and want to talk about them more. Okay, this one I think is stunning. This one's called Rose Light, and this uses 4 different yarns. So you've got felted tweed, you have Kid Silkes, you have Kid Classic, and you have the filament yarn. So really fun to knit, lots of things going on. This is one of those that's sort of mindless to knit, but absolutely easy and fun because you've got different stitch patterns, but you don't have to pay too much attention. So I love that. I think that's fun. And we do have that together as a kit. This one I like very much. This is called Peridot. This is just an easy fitting drop shoulder cardigan, throw on kind of thing in a simple ribbed stripe. I think that's very, very pretty. And that's worked in felted tweed and Kid Silkes. This one is gypsum, and this one is actually crocheted. I'll show you this kind of more close up. You can see that this is crocheted in Alpaca Classic and Kid Classic. Here's this one. Very pretty. So they're doing a whole lot of, mixing the different fibers. So I think that's really fun. We have a cute little hat. This is called Bronze, where you have the little bit of the filament trim around it. I think that's very pretty in Alpaca Classic, which is so light. Alpaca Classic is so pretty and light. This one's called Titanium, and you see it's nicely featured on both models here. Very pretty on each one. Alpaca Classic again. All right. This one's Mercury, and again, they show it on 2 different models, which I think looks really pretty. Kid Classic, very heavily cabled in the front. That's an a raglan shoulder. Who likes this one? I think that's really pretty. This one is lazurite. I love this so much. This is worked, obviously stranded with a little bit of a drop shoulder, but I just think this design is so interesting and pretty. That would be very, very fun to knit. Probably not one of your mindless knits, but definitely a fun one to do. Let me see. I think I had that down. Yeah, Kid Classic. That would be nice and very light again. So this is beautiful. This is copper, and this is worked in Alpaca Soft DK, which is really pretty. So this sort of cardigan vest. Remember how Trisha Malcolm was talking about how vests were like all that, and so I think that's a really nice offering for the vest trend. And then this is zircon, and I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'll show you close up. This is one that's coming for our trunk show, and we are doing the trunk show next week, so I think that's going to be really fun. This again is Alpaca Soft Decay, the two of them together, but isn't that pretty? Very nice cable trim V-neck cardigan, just a classic wardrobe piece. You could wear this forever and ever and ever. I think it's beautiful. Okay, now this one on the right, Chromium, I love it so much. I have a yarn pack to do it. I pulled that because I'm going to make it. Anybody want to do a knit along on this one? Who likes this? Tell me in the chat if you like this particular sweater. I think it's stunning. This one here. So this is a you've heard me speak of a Dolman sleeve. This is a Dolman sleeve, so there's really no sleeve to be sewn on or added. It's just knit a front and a back, and then you pick up your around your neck. But very fun. This is worked in tarja, and I think that's just so fun. And of course, the colors are perfect. And then this one's called Nickel, and this is worked with Alpaca Classic. Again, a take on that classic striped sweater, a pullover. Very pretty, very easy to wear, a timeless piece, absolutely. Okay, Amelia. All right, so tell me which one you're talking about, because Platinum is the name of the whole little collection. Do you mean Chromium, or do you mean this one, Nickel? Because I want to hear what you have to say on that. And, you know, Amelia makes a really good point here. When we have these garments in for trunk shows, it's so important to come in and try them on if you can. And that's why I try to do the trunk shows with different models and showing the garments on different knitters. It's so important to see how it looks on you, because, you know, you really can't tell, because we're not the models, and it's all in 2D, but when you can see it in person, it makes such a difference. So Amelia was saying she liked this nickel. Yeah, I think that's really pretty also. Okay, this one is my favorite. This is called Cobalt, and I think it is incredibly beautiful. Such a classic Chanel kind of jacket. It's worked stranded with two contrasting colors of felted tweed and that metallic filament in there, which is just beautiful. All right. So yes, the magazine actually is on the website. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat for you. So there's a link to the magazine. The magazine's already in stock and available. This whole line just launched less than a week ago. So I'm super excited to be able to bring this to you. And there's so much, we're going to be talking about it a lot. So next week I have the trunk show. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about each of the sections in detail. I just wanted to give you a quick overview this week of some of these things. So I guess I should move faster. All right, so that's Platinum. I think that's super elegant. This one's called Sardonyx. Again, you've got multiple colors. This is a brioche, which is beautiful and kind of all the rage. And I think it looks just lovely. on this model. And here again, we have a beautiful vest in, oh, what is this? Felted tweed with this little bit of the metallic at kind of a pocket, a little suggestion of a pocket. And here's Onyx, which is a yoke sweater, really pretty. Let me show this close up. So Onyx is really nice. That's designed by Arne and Carlos, and they're just so much fun. So Amelia likes Sardonyx a lot. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. This is just absolutely, I mean, I'm not sure who did this. Oh, Kristen Tendike. Well, I would have put money that was Martin's story, but isn't this pretty? This little, very classic but updated stranded vest, kind of a traditional Fair Isle. Really pretty. With just a tiny bit of the metallic in there that you probably wouldn't even notice other than to say, wow, that looks really special. Can you hear my puppy playing with her squeaky toy? This is all the way classic Cape facet. Who recognizes this? This is just his beautiful Persian poppy motif that looks so beautiful, so classic. It's just wonderful. This is worked, you can work this either stranded or a combination, stranded and tarja, your call. But this is so pretty and kind of retro, I think, with those puff sleeves, don't you think? All right, Meredith, what is the stranded vest? Hang on, let's see. That one is called Carbon. And that's in felted tweed, and I will have a kit for that as soon as I get it. I mean, I have it in stock, but as soon as I get all the different colors put together in a kit on a site, it'll be out there. So no worries. And this is the cover design, this beautiful Argyle cowl in felted tweed. This is called Dolomite. This is Martin's story. So very classic. And then there are a few little accessories. These little gloves I think are cute. And these patchwork color block kind of purses. Those are fun. And this is Vivid. So bright, brighter colors, color block, some of your more outrageous colors, a lot of orange. But these are the colors that really shine in the wintertime, So Georgia Farrell's done a lot of this work. And she's so modern and fresh. I love her work. So we have some shawls in here. This is the color block hat and scarf on this side. Super easy. That would be a great beginner project. This is the asymmetrical shawl. Who doesn't love a fabulous poncho? I love that. Very fun in orange. You wouldn't have to do it in orange. There's a beautiful cherry color combination for that you could do. Easy fitting, very nice, lightweight, loose wrap in Kid Silk Haze. Here's that color block hat and scarf again in a new colorway. There's that cherry color of Kid Silk Haze. It's so pretty. Love that. It's just the kind of lightweight thing you want to have for transitional times. And this beautiful wrap, this is called a Parallelogram Wrap in Kid Silk Haze. What a grand color that is, isn't it? That kind of peacock teal. Oh, beautiful. And this, I love this. This is just such a fun little, look at how they've done this with the, this is in a color you probably remember from last season's Moss cardigan. This is called Drab, but look at this incredible pop of cerise at the bottom. Isn't that fabulous? So fun. You could do that in any two colors. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love everything from this collection. I really, really do. There's a color block scarf again that they've done in just multiple color options. So really fun. And here's that asymmetrical shawl again in a separate color, just to sort of get you kind of used to the different colors and the different options. So that is pretty much vivid. We have some little headbands. Okay, now we're getting to Maison. I think these are so much fun. All right. So look at these. So these are worked in felted tweed Aran. So that's obviously an Aran weight yarn. It's at about 18 to 20 stitches over 4 inches. So fun. They call them cushions. That's what Brits call pillows. I call them pillows, but aren't they just so beautiful? And these are worked in tarsia. So that's what when you have a big block of colors, you can get a single weight fabric, a single thickness, because you're not having to carry the yarn all the way across. So these are beautiful and very fun for reading charts. This one you could probably do stranded. It would be your call. I have lots of pictures of these that I'm going to show you. This is the, I can't remember, one of them is the bay leaf and one of them is the palm leaf. Okay, so this is the palm leaf. This is Randolph the reindeer, which everybody should knit in green or red for Christmas. And this is the bay leaf, which is really fun. I think we have some other pictures. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous runner by Martin Story that uses felted tweed Aran. So that's beautiful. See, these are all in felted tweed Aran. And then these very playful ones are knit in the brand new to me. I haven't carried it before. Oh, I guess I have. I carried it and then I didn't. The Rowan Pure Wool Superwash Worsted. So these aren't these just so fun? Tell me if you like these. So we have Purr, and we have this Kiss and Wild Rose. So lots and lots of fun things. We're actually having a class in the shop on how to do intarsia, and we're using this Kiss cushion as our project sample. This is the Moon Daisy, and this one is called Blink. Can't you just see this little kiss and this blink in a boudoir or in your in your bedroom or your closet, if you have a big enough closet to have a chair in there. I always wanted to have a big enough closet to have a chair in there. So those are very fun. And that, my lovely, lovely friends, is a very quick run through of what's inside the Platinum edition of the Rowan Magazine 70. I love it. And I would love to hear what you think. Okay, let's see what Amelia says. All right, liking the large, yes, that parallelogram is just beautiful, isn't it? And then the Purr cushion is perfect for everyone who has a kitty cat or loves kitty cats. I think that's very, very cute. So, yeah, so I don't know. I'm so pleased to see this extended style, this extended size range. I think it's been a long time coming, and it's not that Rowan hasn't wanted to do it. It's just that I think it's been really challenging to make that happen, in terms of sloping and everything. But, they've been working it on it for a very, very long time. And I think they've done an absolutely beautiful, beautiful job. And I can't wait to share with you the garments that have come in the trunk show. I'll tell you as a secret that the trunk show is already there, and I'm going to be putting it out soon. So we have an event, not this weekend, but next weekend for that Rowan trunk show. So I'll be sharing that with you on the podcast next week, as well as in person. If you're local to the shop, you can come and see the garments and try them on. And we also have all the yarn in stock. So if you do happen to want something, go ahead and order it sooner rather than later, because I do know that I have all the stuff in stock now, but I can't predict what it's going to be like, as we go forward in the season. But tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any particular garment or the collection as a whole. And remember that is just the magazine. There are probably 6 or 8 additional publications that I'll be sharing with you as we go through the season. There are 3 new yarns coming. I'm very excited about that. And just a host of beautiful designs that support those yarns. And not just designs that support the yarns. I think maybe that I misspoke when I said that. It's more that the designs and the yarns enhance one another. And I think that's part of what makes Rowan so, so special, is that the designers are leading. They're saying, ooh, wouldn't it be fun if we had a yarn that did this? Or, you know, there's a collaboration between the designers and their vision and their aesthetic and the people that are creating the yarn, you know, the brand managers and all of that. It's just such a wonderful dynamic and so super exciting to be part of. So yay. And I thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. And I look forward to seeing you next week when we will have a number of models showing you the different garments from the trunk show in all the different sizes. So be sure to come back next week. And until then, happy knitting.